Rebecca was never Shanti's favourite house guest, but will she keep her secret? Find out in Shortland Street.
If you really want to change your life, you need to tell me, because I'm the only one who believes in you right now.
He's a violent gangster, and you brought him to live in my house.
He wants to leave this stuff behind him.
That girlfriend you talked about so much. Where's she at?
Shut it.
Did she dump you? Chill out, man. I was just...
That's enough!
I don't know how you behave in your own home, but you do not come into mine and attack my son.
I was just trying to eat from the...
Shut it! Shut it! You shut it, Daniel.
Stop this! Stop the lorry.
No, Daniel, wait, please. I told you that him staying here...
Tupac!
All the better to prove my point. I do not want violence and gang affiliations in my home.
You didn't start this, Daniel did.
If he wasn't here, Daniel wouldn't be fighting with him, would he? You have officially worn out your welcome.
Whatever.
What?
Is everything all right?
As a matter of fact.
As a matter of fact, no. You're late.
Well, I suppose I'll have to make it up to you then. Starting with brunch?
Does Sunil know?
That's my business.
That's my brother.
Let's go.
She hasn't told Sunil.
Of course she hasn't.
So what do we do now?
I don't know, but I have to do something. She said she'll pick the kids up and then that's that. Gone.
Poor things.
I hate to think what they've seen.
She assured me that they were always safe, well away from it all.
Unless she has a really big night. Until the babysitter falls through and then some drug-addled pimp keeps an eye on them in the spare bedroom of his brothel.
If you don't want to lose those kids, there's only one thing you can do.
I'm not supporting prostitution.
You don't have to support it. You just have to accept it, for now. Even if it makes you want to vomit.
One double shot espresso. Someone with so busy afternoon planned.
JJ and I are going to the park. He's dynamite once he sees those swings.
I bet his nana's just as much fun.
Of course, although it takes it out of you, chasing after those young'uns. Oh, hi, Sophie.
Hi. Bye.
What are you doing here?
I missed you.
Sophie, you can't be here.
But I haven't seen you in days and you didn't reply to my text.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I've been busy. I got 2 big tables booked for lunch.
So you'll have any time later?
No, then I've got to balance the books. I'm sure we could work something out.
Yay.
Yeah, except for Daniel. You dumped him.
Yes, and he didn't take it too well, but...
Yeah, so what are you going to tell your dad if he asks where you are?
That I'm off shaking you. Of course I will, because I couldn't possibly think of anything else to say.
Yeah, all right. I just want us to be careful.
Boss,
Yes.
we're 2 seatings short.
Right. I'll be there in a second. Yes, Sophie, we'll discuss your annual leave tomorrow.
You think I'm obvious?
I've got to get back to work.
Fine.
Yeah, nothing we can't handle. I just thought you could help us find somewhere for Tupac. All right. Thank you.
Is it Sergeant Cole?
Yep.
So what do you say?
Well, first he reminded me that he'd already washed his hands of the boy. Then he promised me he'd try and help.
Good.
Meanwhile, what are we going to do about Daniel?
Well, I sent him a text message, so...
I mean, about the egg road. After this morning, you can't tell me that's not an issue.
He was just letting off steam.
Sarah, I saw him go for Tupac. He was out of control.
Well, you heard how Sophie dumped him. It's
Oh,
not
so he
really-
takes it on some other kid?
He was provoked.
You're making excuses.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that Tupac was asking for a fight.
Well, that's the only way he knows how to talk.
Oh, now who's making excuses?
Tupac's had nothing. No love, no support. Provocation's all he knows. Daniel, on the other hand... No, in a way, this is good it's happened. Because now we know what we're dealing with.
If my son develops an aggression problem, then we will deal with it. But since he doesn't have one, I think this conversation's over, don't you?
Leave those and sit down.
If you think I'm going to sit and listen to another lecture from you...
No lectures, promise. I just want to talk about employment options, rationally.
OK. Rationally? Do any of the options in there pay in a week what I can earn in 2 nights? Do they let me get off work at 2:30 so I can pick my kids up? What's the bet they're all 9 to 5 minimum wage gigs?
Pretty much.
It's just a job, Jamie. At the end of the day, I come home and spend time with my family, just like any other person.
So, in 15 years' time, you wouldn't have a problem with Amy doing this? You'd set her up with some decent clients, give her tips on how to earn the big money, how to get the job done fast?
Then do it. Ring SIFs. Again. Tell them what I'm doing to support my 2 kids and how they're growing up happy and healthy and with the full attention of their mother.
But you don't have to sell
My employment option is my decision, not yours. And don't you ever talk about Amy like that again.
Please don't go.
And sit and listen to your rational talks every 5 minutes? No, thanks.
I can't say I'm happy, but I do know that this is your decision. And that's the last you'll hear on the subject.
I don't believe you.
I mean it. For you, Jessie and Amy, I'd do anything. I don't want them staying with just anyone. And if that means I have to shut my mouth...
Are we in a better mood?
We are.
Good. Because I didn't set aside my entire afternoon to be with Mr. Grumpy Pants. Unless, of course, those pants are off.
You are in a naughty mood, aren't you?
Well, it is just you and me out here. But one day, it'll...
Oh, not this again.
What? I'm proud of our relationship.
Well, I can think of a few people who won't be so proud.
Well, if you're talking about my father, you might be surprised.
He knows.
No, but he's super pleased that I'm not going out with Daniel anymore.
Oh, that makes 2 of us.
3 of us. Anyway, he was going on about how he wants me to be with someone who's grounded, mature, and responsible. Just like you.
Just like me. Dodgy bar manager with a glass of wine in one hand and a teenager in his lap. Come on.
Yeah, but if he even pulls the "you're dating a teenager" line, he'll get shot down. You and I are way closer in age than him and Brooke.
You've really thought about this?
We have to go public someday.
Yes, someday, when you're not dressed like that.
Then I'll go and change.
I mean, when you finish school.
It's still months away.
I'm not going anywhere. Neither are you. That is, unless we're going upstairs.
Okay. Hydration. We'll need a different for the long haul.
Hurry up.
And if you're getting something, toothbrush.
I won't need it. My teeth are gonna get ruined anyway. My cousin, total pee freak.
Well, it's your decision whether you partake or not.
And it was your decision to send me there.
TK, can I talk to you for a second? Surely there's somewhere else he could go.
Like I told you, kids like Tupac don't have a stack of options. Look, he's winding you up about the pee. Remember, provocation is a defense mechanism for him, yet to see past it.
Mama's boy returns, eh?
Talk all you want. I'm not the one being chucked out onto the streets. Even that's more than you deserve.
Shut up.
Is that all you got? Wee little rapster's trying to hurt me with his words.
Meanwhile, that one's just a straight-up bully.
Chai, my favorite. I am kidding. I'm not trying to spoil your date.
Actually, I'm just waiting for my brother.
Ah. Something tells me it's not quite happy families.
It's complicated.
You can fill me in later. Just text me or something.
Hi.
Hi. What is it, Shanti? I've got clients to see.
Well, I just thought it was about time that we had a catch-up.
I saw you this morning.
Yeah, I know, but you're always so busy with Bex when you come over. So, how's that going, by the way?
Oh, it's going great, thanks. She's even introduced me to Jessie and Amy. They seem like good kids.
They are. Although, I never would have thought that you would go for a solo mum.
Well, admittedly, things are not ideal.
I suppose you could say that about her job as well.
Oh, she works very hard to support her family, Shanti.
Yeah, I know.
And she's on a good wage at the supermarket. Well, I'd take my hat off to her.
I'd leave my hat on if I were you. What I mean is, I think that you could do better.
Says you, who married a nurse when you could have married a doctor.
Okay, Scotty's more than just a nurse.
And Rebecca is more than just a checkout chick.
Yes, she is.
Keep your opinions to yourself, okay? I thought you of all people wouldn't judge.
Sunil, I'm sorry,
but evidently you're nothing but a hypocrite. I would thank you to keep out of our relationship from now on.
Hiya, sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're too busy boozing with your other mates, eh?
It was one drink, Jared. What do you want to do? Breath test me?
Sorry. Who are you drinking with?
Just a friend. Now, this article we have to do for the school ball bores me stupid, so I started writing something actually worthwhile. Jackson Morris, how he wasn't allowed to go.
The gay kid.
Because he wanted to bring a partner, whereas girls are allowed to go in groups as friends.
Well, yeah, but Jackson's partner was more than a friend, eh?
Should it make a difference?
Well, those lesbos were allowed to go together.
It's none of your business.
He has a right to know.
And I have a right to my privacy.
Not when your privacy means you're being unfaithful to my brother.
I'm not being unfaithful. It's just a job. You don't understand.
Okay, maybe it's not emotional betrayal, but you're still exposing yourself.
You're actually giving me the safe sex talk.
Well, somebody has to if you think condoms are good enough.
I get checked every month.
What about herpes or HPV? Condoms do not guard against those. That is a risk that you are taking.
I know that, and I will tell him. I just want to do it in my own time.
Everything else satisfactory with the meal, I hope?
Wonderful, thank you, Kieran.
I just can't wait till I can leave school and start university. That way I don't have to put up with any drop kicks.
Well, you're not hanging out with me, Squirt.
I said I won't have to put up with any drop kicks.
Hey, hey. Play nicely, children. Family dinner, remember?
What is she doing here, then?
Not for Sophie. She's already had one, thank you.
I'm not a child.
You did. If she's old enough to leave out her carrots, I mean, she's old enough to drink.
Shut up. What's your problem?
The problem, Sophie, is that you are underage.
But I'm drinking with my father, which makes it okay. We're catching a taxi home. I think I'm big enough to handle a second glass, thank you.
How about I whip you up a mocktail instead?
Excellent.
Yeah, maybe even put carrot juice on it.
Good one.
I thought Rebecca didn't start work until later.
Maybe she had to rush out and... Or maybe she's already started work.
Mate, get out of here now.
With the kids in the next room.
We have to talk to her about this. It's unacceptable.
Don't you think I know that?
I'm just saying.
I'd rather you didn't.
Don't take this out on...
Sunil, I thought you were...
Thought what? Save it. I'm gone. It's a good thing you're moving out, babe.
He took the news well, then.
Can I have a word with my brother, please?
Maybe I'll just have a little word to mine.
Shanti, please. Sunil doesn't know yet, obviously.
It's not something you can blurt out over coffee.
But you promised Shanti you'd do it, so why?
And I will. I just need to find the right moment.
Meanwhile, you're still lying to him. And so are we, by association. This is so difficult for Shanti. Can't you see that?
Has anyone thought about how difficult this is for me?
Yes, Bex. But as you've made abundantly clear, you're not ashamed of what you do. So why delay telling him?
Maybe if things work out with Sunil, I won't have to do this anymore. I could give it up.
Seriously give up the game.
For the right reasons, of course. Who knows? Sunil might be it. I've got a feeling about him. But he'll run if I tell him now. Please, Jamie, just give me a bit of time to sort myself out.
What?
I want to talk to you.
Yeah? Well, I don't want to talk to you. Because anything you say would be a lie. That's what chicks do. They lie.
Move. I don't know if you're going to talk to me like that.
I said move.
Daniel?
You'd love me gone, wouldn't you? So you can move that stupid-ass loser in here, and all of you can play happy families.
Daniel, you're part of this family.
You're not my dad! Stop acting like you can't get the hell out of my way.
You can't let him upset you.
Of course I'm going to get upset.
You have to look after yourself. You can't get stressed.
I know.
Stress is a trigger for MS.
Yes, I know, and I don't care. All that matters is that we help Daniel, who has a problem. He is aggressive. He is a bully. You were right. I was wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't matter right now.
What am I going to do?
Nothing.
What?
I want you to rest and take it easy. Leave Daniel to me.
So you sorted things out with Baxter?
Kind of.
Meeting?
Meaning, I agree that she doesn't need to tell Sunil straight away.
So it's all right that she's staying in our home and she's lying to my brother?
I think she really loves him, Shanti. She doesn't want to hurt him.
That's what lies do. They hurt people, especially when they come from the people that you love.
She does care for him. She even told me she was thinking of giving up the game for him.
She's only telling you what you want to hear so that you'll get off her back.
You've been on my case for ages about supporting my family, and when I finally do, you change your mind.
Because you're doing it at the expense of my family.
All right. How about this? We give Bex a little more time, but we give her a deadline as well. And if she hasn't told Sunil by then, we will.
How much of a deadline?
If she really is thinking of sorting herself out, then it won't be too long. This works out best for everyone.
Not for my brother.
She will tell him. Soon, okay?
Well, you may as well have brought a bib and a booster seat to the table.
I'm sorry. I couldn't take your side without giving us away.
Maybe it's time to.
No, Sophie.
Only because Dad will take your precious little cafeteria contract.
Yes, because that's my job. So I don't see the point in making waves if we don't have to.
The point is you're treating me like your dirty little secret because you're scared for your business.
Well, you shush, your family's just through there.
Well, maybe I don't care anymore.
Really? Well, maybe you should have another think about that.
It's Raven.
It's open.
Oh dear.
Help yourself. But if you think that I am going to share any of this with you, you are sadly mistaken, my friend.
Ow! So I take it things didn't go so well with your brother then?
No. Because he wouldn't take any advice from me.
About what? Okay, no details, but there is a problem that needs to be sorted, right?
There is something that Sunil should know, and I told Scotty that I wouldn't tell him, but I think that I have to because he's my brother, and I don't know how to because he's not going to like it.
Are you okay? It's nothing serious?
No, it's nothing to do with me. Doesn't make it any easier, though.
Right, well, it looks like you have two things going on here. Your loyalty to your brother and your loyalty to your husband. So, which weighs heavier on your conscience? Your brother or your husband?
My brother?
Well, then you have to tell him. And do it quickly. Short, sharp shock.
Really?
Yeah, none of this hinting, Bizzo. Trust me, it does not work.
Right. And you think I'm a... What?
Boxing. It's a sport.
It's a way for you to kick my ass without getting into trouble with Sarah.
Actually, it's a way to stop you from kicking other people's asses without getting into trouble with the police. Now, you have an anger problem, that's obvious. What we're doing here is learning how to control your anger and channeling it through a legitimate outlet. Boxing. That is if you're man enough to give it a go.
Brothers. Can't live with them. Can't program your DVD recorder without them. I should be getting back, actually.
Thank you for listening.
Hey, happy to. She ate all the chocolate. Wasn't me.
Hey?
Are you hungry?
No, thanks. Is Bex home?
She's at work.
I think I left my wallet in her room.
Okay.
Stay strong. Good luck.
Thanks.
And remember, short, sharp, shock.
What time does Bex finish?
She doesn't really have fixed hours. It's not that kind of a job.
She works at a supermarket.
I'm talking about her other job.
She doesn't have another job.
That you know of yet.
I'm not listening to this, Shanti. You can bleat all you like, but until you accept that Rebecca and I are...
You have to listen to me, please. Rebecca does have another job. She just hasn't told you about it. And Scotty and I have only just found out.
Well, what is it?
You're not going to believe me if I tell you. I know you won't. So
just tell me.
Okay. Well, she's at work now. 187 Q Road.
Q Road?
Maybe you should just see for yourself.
I will.
I said no more, Sophie.
I heard you, but I have something to say. Wait, this concerns you too, actually.
Well?
Although I'm not legally old enough to drink without my parents, I am legally old enough to do other things. And I feel that I have proved to you that I'm mature enough to make my own decisions.
Within reason.
So, my first decision is that school is an utter waste of time, so I'm leaving.
What?
I'm not finished.
Not with school? You're not Missy?
Dad, what's NCEA going to do for me? Okay, I've already got enough credits to pass the year.
Sophie, that is not the point.
It is to me. Plenty of people have made their way in the world without finishing high school. I can still go on to university and start getting on with my life.
Did you put her up to this?
No, I...
There's more.
No, there better not be, Sophie.
Well, are you going to tell them or should I?
It's not only Shanti who has an unwelcome guest here on One. Tonight, a lonely architect gets a roommate from the spirit world. Reese Witherspoon stars in our Friday night movie Just Like Heaven at 9:35.